Hello everyone, welcome back to the Play On podcast. In this bit, me and Luke are going to have a look at the hurling match which took place last weekend between Antrim and Laois. Laois securing a very, very surprising victory, beating Antrim by 2 goals and 27 points to 2 goals and 21. And make no mistake about it, this is an absolutely huge victory for Laois. It maintains their All-Ireland status and it maintains the feel-good factor about their, progression that was under Eddie Brennan. It seemed like it was lost when they were losing every single game in the league, and then of course going out so poorly to Wexford. But now they've beaten, an Antrim side that would have been tipped to beat them, and things are starting to look up a little bit again.
Yeah, we have to hold the hands up here and then say we didn't see this one coming. So looking at the form this year, Antrim were kind of the good story from the year. Everybody was really they were delighted with how Antrim were going, and I don't think many were tipping Laois at the weekend. So and we have to say ourselves, look, we didn't see this coming either. So and look, let's not no joke about it that this was well deserved, and that Laois were completely dominant in the first half. They were by far the better team, and it was kind of Antrim mounted a kind of a bit of a comeback. It was kind of helped by the fact that Laois ended up down to 13 when Ross King being sent off, and Sean Downey ended up in the sin bin for 10 minutes as well. Antrim got it back to 2 points, and then Laois kind of showed some really some exceptional kind of composure to take over the game. Look at Jack Kelly, PJ Scully started hitting some huge scores, and they just kind of closed out from there. So really impressive from Laois in this game, and I think it was really, really important win for them as well, actually, because if they went out there today, kind of sent back down to Joe McDonagh, it would have been a complete disaster of a year. So, I think Cheddar will be absolutely delighted to kind of get a result, and he really needed this one. So,
yeah, definitely. And for Antrim, they go back down to the Joe McDonagh Cup instead. And how much of a blow is that to their progress?
Yeah, look, I think it is a very, very disappointing, because I think that they would have ideally, they managed to maintain Division 1 status. Kind of read an argument there that maybe that their with the training they'd done, they'd prepared completely for the National League, and they were a long way further on kind of in their progression than the other teams that they're coming up and facing. So they kind of, maybe there is a bit of an argument that they peaked for the league and they were kind of a little bit burnt out when it came to championship, but because they were kind of two pretty flat performances that they had, they were well beaten by the Dubs. And then look, I know it was only 6 points in the end, but Laois were considerably the better team at the weekend as well. So I think that maybe they kind of went all out for Division 1 hurling, just to make sure that they weren't that they didn't face any embarrassments there, and they put up a great account of themselves. But I suppose this is the impact of that now, and that it's kind of coming home to roost a little bit now, is that they just struggled to maintain the same levels that they were hitting earlier in the year.
Yeah, definitely, and there's no excuse for Antrim. All the big guns were there. McNaughton was there, Keelan Malloy was there, Neil McManus was there, Clark was there in corner forward. All the big guns were there. They just got outgunned by Laois. As you mentioned, PJ Scully was fantastic. Purcell as well at wing forward with 2-2, magnificent performance from him. So Laois now go on in the All-Ireland Championship, and of course they're coming up against Waterford. The signs are looking ominous for them still, but at least they have maintained their All-Ireland Championship, and hopefully they can give a good account of themselves against Waterford. But I think the writing is on the wall with this one.
Yeah, look, probably is, but from their perspective, this is probably the best draw that they could have got. The other options they had, they would have been Clare or Wexford or Galway or Cork, and they've got the Waterford team that are absolutely injury ravaged at the moment. That they didn't look great against Clare, and so look, this is the best. It's the best possible draw that Laois could have got. Really, probably the best possible draw that Waterford could have got too. So it's look, I don't expect them to win. And it's they probably don't fully believe that themselves that they're going to overturn Waterford, but it's the best chance that they have of progressing, and I would fully expect that they will keep it tight for long periods of that game, and I wouldn't expect Waterford to be completely pulling away from them. So Yeah, look, they've got their win this year. They can keep building next year for championship. They can take the league handy, maybe try and improve their physicality a little bit more, that they get to a kind of similar levels of athleticism as the other kind of senior teams are. They need to kind of bulk up a little bit more, and that if they just keep working on the fitness during the league next year, working their size a little bit more, and then hopefully that they can kind of keep on improving every year, and maybe get to a stage where they could go on a similar run to what they did in the year that they beat Dublin.
Yeah, definitely. And that year was a fairy tale for Laois, and it's good to see them not completely drop the ball and to stay in the All-Ireland Championship for another season. But I really did enjoy Antrim's, journey. And yeah, hopefully they can keep it going next year. So guys, that is our review of the Antrim versus Laois game and all the matches. That was the only match that took place in the Hurling Championship last weekend. But next weekend, we'll have a feast of hurling action to look at. Luke, thanks for coming on.
No worries at all. Thanks.
All right, guys, that's our review. We hope you enjoyed, and take care.